Today we're going to be talking about chasing perfection. When Bob Ladouceur took over the head coaching job at Salle High School, the school had never experienced a winning season. By the time Coach Ladd stepped down in 2013, he had posted a 399-25 record, and the Spartans had a 151-game winning streak between 1992 and 2004, and it's the longest streak in history for high school football. If I can offer one huge piece of advice, it would be this, and that's get this book and get a copy for every single coach on your staff. I've highlighted every meaningful thing that was in this book, and the whole book's pretty much highlighted, just to give you an idea. I decided to pick out one quote from the book, and there's so many, but this one really kind of hit home. It says, you have to be who you are and teach these guys, referring to your players, through your own personality. And as a young coach, I think this is some of the best advice you could hear. The players see through your BS. So when you roll out to practice, your best bet is just to be you. If you're a fiery guy and run around and scream and yell, then that's your personality, and live and die by it. But if you're more of a quiet, reserved, laid-back person, then that's how you should be as a coach as well. And if we look at the NFL coaches, and from Bill Belichick's all about being prepared. He's kind of a cold, detailed guy, all about situational football. So he's not going to go out at practice and be this rah-rah, cheered up, slap guys on the butt type of coach. He just is who he is. Tony Dungy, he's written a lot of books about his commitment to his faith and how his leadership he gets basically from his spirituality. So he's not going to be a rah-rah, scream and yell type guy. But then you have Bill Parcells, who is exactly opposite. He's loud and big and demanding. So he's able to be very direct with his players and be tough because he's a tough guy. So he's still sticking to who he is as a person, and that's what his players are going to respond to. If he tried to be Bill Belichick, it wouldn't work. And if he tried to be Tony Dungy, it wouldn't work. It's all about being you as a person. And then we look at Andy Reid. Andy Reid is a very creative coach, and you can see that through his play calling and the way he develops his offense. So whatever people do, they just have to be their own personality, and that's what ultimately is going to make you the most successful coach. Even the way you design your practices. I'm kind of a more like, how can we narrow this down to the simplest thing? So when I teach fundamentals of the game, it's always, here's the three most important things, and that's all we're going to be concerned about. And that seemed to really resonate with all my players. So I hope that quote helps. You really should pick up a copy of this book, and like I said, get a copy for every coach on your staff and read it together, and make notes, write notes on the margins, and I promise you that will get your program back on the right page. You can find a copy at simplefootballsystems.com as well as other resources. Go ahead and check out the website. There's good stuff on there. Hope you like this video. You guys have a good one.